Todd never complains, right?
Right.
Right. That's why we always give him a couple of minutes to complain about something.
You're quasi-evil. You're semi-evil. You're the margarine of evil. You're the Diet Coke of evil. Just 1 calorie, not evil enough.
Hey, look, he can't always be happy. It's time for Todd's Daily Complaint.
Zach, how tall are you?
6'2".
I'm 6'1". I'd give a lot to be 6'2". I'd give a little more than that to be 6'3". I'd give a whole hell of a lot to be 6'10". I'd give even more to be 6'10" and have an incredible jumping ability and play in the NBA. Guys like that, man, they're not around anymore. 6'10", can leap out of the building, can score inside, grab a bunch of rebounds, hit that nice little 10-foot turnaround jumper. I'd give anything to be that guy, because to me, that's priceless right now. Would you agree? And wouldn't Thunder fans love a guy that's 6'10" and can turn around and hit a jump shot from 12 feet in the post with his back to the basket?
I mean, yeah.
Wouldn't they love someone who gets offensive rebounds and put-back buckets?
That'd be a plus, I guess.
Well, you know how you don't get offensive rebounds and put-back buckets? When you're shooting 9 3-pointers in a game, Serge Ibaka.
Oh, back to the old well.
9 3-pointers in a ball game.
Back to the old well for old Todd Lisenbee.
Why is Serge Ibaka taking more threes than anyone on your team? Why? Can you explain it to me, Zach? There you go. You can't. There's not an answer.
Well, the easy answer would be that he's hitting them. I mean, he's hitting them at a 40% clip.
Okay. Any other answers for me?
He's hitting them at a better clip than Kevin Durant. He's hitting them at a better clip than Russell Westbrook. He's hitting them at a better clip than Anthony Morrow. He's hitting them at a better clip than Reggie Jackson, Deion Waiters.
Then play the 3 position. Stand out on the wing and make an entry pass to someone that can score in the post. No NBA team needs 5 players standing around the 3-point line chucking threes. That's not how any good team plays.
I don't think there's 5 people chucking threes.
Well, when they go small, there are.
Do you have a problem
and you like them going small.
Do you have a problem with Ibaka chucking 3?
Yes.
Or the whole 5 chucking 3?
I have a problem with Ibaka chucking 9 3-pointers in a game.
How many did he hit?
3.
I'm all right with it. I'm all right with a 40% 3-point shooter going 3 of 9.
The Thunder have no inside scoring threat, and he can be that guy.
When has he shown you he was that guy?
He has the athleticism to be that guy.
But when has he shown it?
When has Russell Westbrook shown us that he can play under control? Hardly ever. But he has the athleticism and the ability to be that guy. When has he shown us that he can be a team leader? Hardly ever. Mental team leader. Hardly ever.
Now,
but he has the ability to be that guy.
Wait a minute.
Serge Ibaka has the skill set to score in the post.
You're talking about,
and he won't do it because he's lazy and because the Thunder coaching staff is lazy. And it's easier to say stand out here and shoot the ball than it is to work with someone on post moves and make your team better and make him into the player he should be at 6'10" in the NBA with all that athletic ability. It's laziness. That's all it is. There's a reason why basketball games are ending 57-28, because teams are lazy. They don't want to do the right things anymore. They want to wrestle around and then stand outside and chuck a bunch of threes. Can't make them in college. That's why you're having 57-28 games. Put your butt down on the block. If you want to become a face-up shooter, that's great. Face up from 12 feet. Face up from 15 feet. That allows your team to have an inside-out threat, and that's when you start hitting 3-point shots with your other players, because they're catching the ball from the inside out and facing up to the basket and scoring. Not Durant having to shoot off the dribble, not Morrow being in the corner and having to wait for Durant or Westbrook to drive and kick. You can get the ball to the post player, and that sets up everything else. around the perimeter. Adams isn't there yet. Perkins is never going to be there again. Serge Ibaka could be, but he's not because they won't put him down there and tell his ass to do it.
In
the words of Sam Mays, period.
I don't have as big a problem with it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think what you thought at times. But my frustration has been tempered by 40% from three. Because here's why. Now, and you got to hear me out. If you're going to shoot 40% from three, much like basically it's the same argument I'm giving you with Dion Waiters that you shot down because he's only shooting 25% from three. If Serge Ibaka is shooting 40% from three, somebody's got to pay attention to him. And we all talk about the lack of spacing that this team has had, which is why I like the team playing small. It makes other defensive teams have to guard outside the paint. If Serge Ibaka can hit 40% on his threes, I'm fine with him doing it because it's going to get a big guy out of the post. It's going to get a rim protector for the other team out of the area in which Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook have room to roam. And anything that has you shooting 40% from three gives you more space for Kevin Durant or Russell Westbrook to roam. And I'm in.
If you have a post scorer, teams will double. And that's when you get rotation of the ball and open shots.
Okay. And
the problem is the Thunder, number one, don't have anyone that can score in the post. They don't show any want to get someone to learn to score in the post.
I'm not arguing that.
And then on top of that, even if they did, they don't have guys that have the ability or the want to pass the ball to the open man and let them take a shot. They'd rather dribble and go one-on-one.
That's stupid.
That's not stupid. That's the way they play. They don't play rotation basketball. They play pick and roll and isolation basketball.
That's true.
And if you want more spacing, how does bringing Serge Ibaka out closer to Westbrook and Durant give you more spacing?
Anybody that can shoot threes makes another team pay attention to that person. Period. That's a bad imitation. Period.
They might as well just put a guard on him. He doesn't do anything inside anyway.
Actually, that's a good point. That's exactly how I would do it. I'm guarding him with a two-man.
You know what happens, though? And here's where we're seeing this. It's happened a bunch this year, and people have said, well, Serge, his block numbers are down. He's not as much of a factor defensively. You know why? Because teams are putting a small guy in to defend him, and then on the other end, that small guy is pulling Serge away from the basket. And your best rim protector, who might be the best rim protector in the game, coming from the backside as help defense, your best rim protector is taken out as well because he's too lazy to go learn how to score in the post. Because on the other end, he's shooting threes, and they match up a small player with him. It's happened a lot this year. Guys have roles for a reason in basketball. Not everyone's role is to shoot three-pointers. Somebody's got to do the dirty work inside. And I don't mean what Steven Adams does and wrestle around. Somebody's got to score the ball inside. They have a guy with the ability to do that. Serge could be an elite scorer.
For the record,
he could be Kevin Garnett.
For the record, over the last
over again.
Over the last 10 games, Serge Ibaka averages 1.9 blocks per game. Just saying. Other than that, I'm with you. I don't necessarily completely disagree with you. I just don't completely agree with you.